Have you ever seen that Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia or something like that? This reality movie or TV show about this country of hayseed, this family of hayseed redneck hillbillies somewhere in the Appalachians, and they get pregnant, no, they're on drugs, and they know how to dance, no, they know how to fight, and they know how to make moonshine, all this kind of stuff. Well, here is a use wisely your power of choice story. And I want you people, I want you to listen to this, and I want you to think about this 18-year-old girl. Because she was born into a situation like the Wonderful Whites or whatever their name was. She was born into a situation like that. But she knew that she had the capability of making decisions that would affect her future. And she dedicated herself to making the right ones. Okay, her name is Dawn Loggins. Dawn Loggins. She was abandoned by her parents. Was a high school dropout at one time. But she turned her life around. Lawndale, North Carolina. She said she would look around her family and she would see the neglect and the drug abuse and the bad choices. She recognized bad choices, and she didn't make them. She said she saw her family living from paycheck to paycheck. And she made the decision, in her words, I made a decision. I was not going to end up like my parents. I was not going to end up having to decide, should I buy food this month or should I pay rent? Use wisely your power of choice. Okay? Middle school student, when her parents essentially kicked her out of the house. Or she left because the living conditions there were just untenable. She moved in with her grandmother. And she says that life with her grandmother wasn't all that great either because her grandmother had some very bad habits. There was trash all over the house, she said. My grandmother never really explained to me that it was important to... Listen to this. My grandmother never explained to me, this is a middle school student at this point, that it was important to take a shower. So I would go months at a time without taking the shower. I would wear the same dress to school for months at a time and did nothing to take care of myself. Wow. The other students would tease her. They would call her ugly. She's not. Boys would tell other boys, hey, you know, Dawn Loggins has a crush on you. Why would they say that to other boys? Just to watch the look of horror in the eyes of these boys when they were told that this girl, Dawn, had a crush on them. So she just started to keep real quiet, just wouldn't really talk in school. The other students started to call her stupid. She said at one point in middle school, I would go home every day and I would cry. Every day. And I would cry. There was a high school guidance counselor, though, when she got toward high school. And, you know, there really are some miracle workers in the teaching ranks. I understand that. I had some, too. And this guidance counselor, for some reason, this guidance counselor saw that there was something, some determination and something special underneath all the dirty clothes. Burns High School. Robin Putnam is the counselor. Robin, a lady, took Dawn shopping. She'd pick out a dress. She'd say to Dawn, do you want it? Do you like it? Yeah. Will you wear it? Yes, I'll wear it, said Dawn Loggins. then put it in the cart. That for put it in the cart. If you'll wear it, put it in the cart. So she started showing up at school in some new clothes. And she was showering, and she was taking care of herself. And other people in the community, they knew, it's a small community, they knew what was going on with her family. They knew about her grandmother. So they started pitching in to try to help her. A local dentist, for instance, gave her toothpaste and a toothbrush. Can you believe that? A local dentist stepped in and said, here's some toothpaste. Here's a toothbrush. Learn how to brush your teeth. By this point, she's in high school. She's really trying to get back on track. You know, at one time she was listed as a high school dropout because she missed 2 months of school. Story doesn't really say why, but when she missed the 2 months of school, she went online and took classes to catch up, maintaining a straight A academic record. Despite a lot of school transfers from this school to that school, a straight A academic record. She said of our living conditions, there would be times that we would go without electricity or water for months at a time. For months at a time. No electricity, no water. But she'd do that homework. She'd do the schoolwork. She made the decision to do the schoolwork. How? Candlelight. By candlelight. I was determined to succeed. She wanted to major in biology. So she took honor courses at high school, advanced placement courses at high school. Decisions. And then last March, just 2 months ago, something pretty special happened to Dawn Loggins. She got a letter. I'll tell you what the letter said in a moment. But she said, boy, was I proud of myself when I got this letter. Her grandmother, when she got the news, actually screamed into the telephone. The teachers at the high school were ecstatic. And they're pitching in to help right now. Her older brother, living in another town, said that she never should have had a doubt about herself. Her father's in jail right now, so he couldn't be reached for comment. That's the kind of family she grew up in. Her mother is living with her grandmother now. All she says is, I'm proud of you. But what did the letter say? Dear Miss Loggins, I am delighted to report that the admissions committee has asked me to inform you that you will be admitted to the Harvard. See, I get kind of choked up about this. People who try, let me tell you something else about this girl in high school. She got a job as a high school custodian. While she was in high school, she was working as a high school custodian. Remember during the campaign when Newt Gingrich said something about, students who want to succeed, who want to try, they could, oh, that's just terrible. Look at that Newt Gingrich guy. It's slave labor. It's child labor. This girl did it. She worked as a high school custodian. The admissions committee has asked me to inform you that you will be admitted to the Harvard College class of 2016. We send such an early positive indication only to outstanding applicants. She's not even through high school yet. Harvard class of 2016. It's a scholarship, too. She's not just admitted. The tuition, let me see. Where her father currently Lincoln County Jail or what have you. But it is the university will pay her tuition, her room, and her board. She will have to find other ways to pay for books and other living expenses. The financial aid people at Harvard are going to help her find a job on the campus. Wait a minute, class of 2016. She has graduated. She's moving to Harvard right away. She told a reporter, if there is anybody at all who has a dream, they can definitely make it happen. It depends on you and no one else. There are no excuses. She'll be getting a degree in biology at Harvard. Do you hear? Do you hear this 18-year-old girl? It depends on you and nobody else. There are no excuses. I mean, this Dawn Loggins had everything stacked up against her. And the odds are high that anybody in her situation would just end up getting pregnant during high school, dropping out of school, and then spending the rest of their life in a menial minimum wage job without a husband, a baby on one hip, Lord knows whatever on the what's on the other hip, and just barely eking it out while on food stamps and other sorts of government welfare programs. But here's a girl that brought her out of a situation that is much, much worse than anything most of you have ever faced, and especially if you happen to be a young listener. Much worse than anything you have ever faced. She's got a dad in jail, a mom that's living with her grandmother. She grew up with trash and drug abuse all around her. She didn't even know the importance of showering till she was in middle school. She would go for months without showering, wearing the same dress, the students bullying her, making fun of her. And then a guidance counselor helps her turn it around. She works as a school custodian. She does homework by candlelight. She maintains a straight-A average, advanced placement courses, and she's going to Harvard. She's going to Harvard. What an amazing story. It's one of the people out there that I would just like to meet and shake their hands one day just for the honor of being in their presence.
Warning. Large doses of the truth about the government and other institutions may cause heart-pounding outrage. If you have a pulse, we recommend you continue to listen closely to The Neal Boortz Show.
Okay, 877-310-2100. Don't go anywhere.